don't make no difference.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The biggest challenge for these teams here may be dealing with the weather. Rain is falling, the field is slick, and it's not going to get any better as the game goes on. It'll be messy out there. It's the Cowboys going up against the Redskins. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins.
Detroit!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
He'll look to throw. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Surveying the field. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards.
All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
To throw is Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now they try the right side here. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had the pass block.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's third down. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
Luke Kuechly is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best middle linebacker in the game. Not only is he cerebral, this guy's athleticism is off the charts.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
No matter how you evaluate quarterbacks, at some point arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completes it right side to Dodson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A strong running. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Shift together here from the D-line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's into the clear. The 40, the 20, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Doxson with a grab over the middle. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. So on that play, deep back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out.
Let's go. All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here we go. Let's go.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Deep drop. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Caught on the right side, Reed. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Those could push to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you? Third and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And the back goes into motion. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Prescott, escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 47 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, it's Prescott looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now a first down following that long gain. They come up in an offset eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go! The true landed! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
Back to throw here. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there are more people there to get him down.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Prescott on first down. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And now it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Let's go!
Off the play fake, Prescott finding time. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for a loss of 5. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One receiver left, two to the right. Third and long for Prescott. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
10 yards still left on second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, Prescott again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Lucky Whitehead is intended target, and it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that closed up quick. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, But
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just... Hey, you. Yeah, you. John. Why'd you skip Larry's halftime? I'm just kidding. I don't know who you are. But if you're John, I bet you're pretty freaked out for a second. All right, let's get to the 3rd quarter. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll go on the ground. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 2-yard line. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
1st and goal here from the 2. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now Prescott, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. He'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
Hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a play fake here on nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Now we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player. One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get 14 yards there at a first down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be first down Redskins. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just...
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Gets it to Strong. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, first and 10.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw again. Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And on second and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
All right, here we go. Watching now, Barney. Good. Watching now, over.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Whitehead, the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he floats one there, incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Give him 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Washington. And they're going to speed things up here. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a play fake here on nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Now, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him,
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They come up in an offset eye. He'll look to throw, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw here. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Well, Charles, where I come from, you call this a track meet, just a shootout here today. And if you come out on the winning side of this one, you're just like, man, glad this thing's over.
For those who love defense, today was not your day. For those who love offense, cherish it. What a fantastic performance. And for the winning team, they'll work on defense later. Today, they'll just celebrate.
So for Dallas, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New